Thanks for stopping by to the Ride Life channel. My name is Liz. Today we're going to go over power and how you get more power on your bike for a couple different reasons. One is to climb over technical roots and rocks, and the other is to crest those hills where you're at the very top and you're like, oh, I just want that little bit more. And then you get to the top. And so that last little bit requires a little bit more power. So we're going to go over 3 things of how you get more power to help you on your mountain bike. Number one is kind of a duh, but a needed thing. It's core strength. Core strength is where you generate a lot of your power. This is where you're driving your train from. Because if you think about it, power comes from your ability to generate force. And that force comes from your ability to pull from a stable base or to push from a stable base. So if I'm going to push somebody over, I don't do as well pushing somebody over if I'm on a slippery ground. So if I have ice underneath of me, I'm not going to generate a whole lot of force. I'm not going to generate a whole lot of power to move that person. But if I have a nice stable base, I'm on concrete or asphalt, then now I can really generate that force. I can generate that power to push them over. Same thing goes for on the bike. It's generating power, generating force. Where's your stable base? So when it comes to our stable base for mountain biking, we can either get it from pulling on our bars or we can get it from our core, because our core is kind of the central part of us on a mountain bike, because we want to be moving our feet to generate the power in the back wheel, which makes it where our core, our main midsection, is where we're pushing and pulling from. It's where we're generating our stability, our base traction from. If we don't get it from our trunk, then we're going to generate it, as I said, from our arms. We're going to pull on our handlebars, push on our handlebars, and it's going to mess up how we're steering, where we're guiding our bike. It's going to mess up a lot of different things. It's also going to make you have more shoulder pain, neck pain, especially for those longer climbs, because you're going to start creeping your shoulders up to generate that force. Well, let's bring those guys down. Let's strengthen your core by doing a couple of different exercises. You can check out this video here for a couple of my core exercises that I like. There's going to be one that's just a base core exercise, and then there's another one that's coming up that I'm going to put up there that's a rotational core exercises. Both are fantastic for strengthening your core, specifically for mountain bikers. This is where you are getting rotational core, sagittal plane, aka like front of your body up and down movements to strengthen as well, because we need both of those when it comes to biking and to be more functional. And so getting that power from that stability makes it so needed. Also, kind of going into number 2 is that we need our glutes to work for us. Well, to get our glutes to work for us even better, first you have to know how to activate them, how to actually use them on the bike. And one of those is not just pushing down on your pedal. How do you do it where you're not just pushing straight down on your pedal? Is that you actually start thinking about your pedal stroke as a circle, because that's what it is. It's not just using just a quarter of your power, of your push for it, but it's actually dragging in. And I ride with flats, and I can still generate that pull movement, and so can you, using better pedals that actually have like traction and grip on them, like the spikes, and then having good shoes that latch into that. Having a stiff sole is important for this too, because you're able to really press into the bottom of your shoe into that pedal, and you're actually able to get that drag going. And so you're able to not only push your pedal down, but you're able to pull your pedal through. The other thing that helps with this, going back to number 1, is that we need core strength. Anytime as a PT that I needed someone to be able to use their glutes better, I looked back at their core, because if they lacked core strength, they weren't going to get glute strength. There's many studies, I'll put some down below in the details of the video, and it goes over how adding a little bit of a posterior pelvic tilt and then having your leg do that extension mechanism helps you to activate your glutes better. The reason why that is that if you don't have that posterior pelvic tilt, then a lot of times you're going to try to use your back to help you with your glutes. Or in the case for mountain biking, it's that you won't use your glutes hardly at all because you already are in a little bit more of that posterior pelvic tilt position, but you have to activate through there, is that you'll just use your quads. Your quads will do a main part of the load, and you'll get more of just that push down instead of the push and pull. And then you're transferring over to your other leg. So that's why your core strength kind of fades into both, and why it's not only important for your stability, but also important for your glutes, and how that activation helps with your functionality of it. The third and final tip to help you with improving your power is balance. Balance control on your bike is huge for your trust and your confidence. One of the things that happens whenever we lose our balance, lose our control on the bike, and that we need to generate power, is that we stiffen up everywhere. It's like this inability to move. You just freeze, and then you tip over, you have to put a foot down. Well, we need your balance to be good enough where you can be loose on your bike, contract your core, and use your legs. And to do that, it's practicing track stance. It's practicing balance drills, doing tight turns. If you want some cues or some clues into drills that you can do, check out my track stand videos here. It's just 3 simple drills. You're using ratcheting to help with it, and they all help you climb better as a whole. Not even just doing power moves, but so many different things. This control, stop, and go is one thing that I practice even on small routes. So if I'm starting on a slightly easier trail, then I actually try to ride up some of the hills in it really slow to work on my control, work on my balance, hit some little roots and rocks that I usually can ride through easily, and I just stall and then keep going, or just ride up really slow. And those all help you with using your power and not just speeding through it and always having to use your speed to help you, because that's what you're kind of trading off, is that when you use less speed, you increase your power need, because you need those in different pieces. But that doesn't always make it where it's better for you to always use speed. We need that balance control. We need that power control through there. If you are looking for programs to follow to gain strength, to gain power, include that core strength and that glute strength, check out the link below in the description. It's my Ride Life team. For the month of June 2023, I am going to be offering a free 7-day trial. Click on the link, sign up, see how it goes for you. There's so many different programs that you can use to help you better yourself and to climb better and feel that power on the trail that you want. Cheers, y'all.